And that was a life-changing thing and a life-changing experience. I learned, okay, this is actually a UFO. This light was just gigantic, like a huge bright star, expanded in the sky, like very noticeable, caught my eye, and then it pinched down to nothing and now it's gone. And it was moving slowly. I've seen stuff like this in these fields before when I was younger.
Well, here we go.
Okay, here goes nothing. I hope this works. This is called the 3 Wasp Roundup.
Okay.
And it goes a little something like this. Really, that's an odd name. Well, I can make it. Well, it doesn't change the oddity.
That apple tree over by the woodshed.
Yeah. Take a lifetime to get every screw and nut and bolt and washer and
Don't even focus on that. Don't let it consume you.
It's gotta get done.
You've heard that? Heard that kind of tone before? You in here with shoes off again?
What do you mean again? Of course, I don't wear shoes.
It was midsummer, and it had been weeks now that the sun was dodging us.
Oh, you want to try that one? There's one. You want to climb all the biggest trees, huh? Not many kitties would go for a hike, never mind in the rain.
We got nothing but rain on the forecast, actually. It's today's rainy, and it's been rainy in the afternoons. We haven't had as much golden hour lately, and now this whole week. Also, you can see I crashed my bike. This whole week is looking like rain, and I had a lot of plans. I'm not sure how far I'll be able to get. Nothing you can do. Can't change the weather, and it kind of is a good opportunity. There's such a peaceful, cozy feeling that comes with rainy days, especially in midsummer when you're used to the rush, the long days, the hot sun, and just feeling like you should be doing so much because it's so beautiful out. But then when the rain comes, I felt so calm this morning when I woke up because I didn't feel rushed to make the most of the day in a way. I'm still gonna have a great day, but there's less pressure or something. How about over here? Can you make this jump? Can you make it? Nice job, Harp. Nice job. Good girl. Good girl. Nice job. Uh-oh. Look at the size of this tree. The temps were dropping, the days were dreary, and the weather was taking its toll on the back roads. It was a challenge finding motivation for projects, but it all made the rare golden moments feel more special. Feel good. Got the hardest part of the shed done, cleaning all the crap out and taking that wall out, all that. So now it's pretty much blank slate. Just gotta redo the electric and which I need my friend Mitch's help with. And then start working on the outside. I think I'm gonna have a decent amount of repairs to do on the outside. That's gonna take up some time. I'm all itchy from all the mice and old insulation or whatever was up there, so time for a swim. It's been rainy all day and the sun is just barely touching the trees. It's real nice to see the sun again. Harper was growing and getting stronger by the day, and I was keeping up on my biking, trying to balance work, play, and exercise. And my good friend Mitch showed up to update the existing electric in my shed. And we had some good hours working and laughing.
Heard that kind of tone before? You in here with shoes off again?
What do you mean, again? Of course, I don't wear shoes. Real Texas country.
Guy Clark?
Yes.
I know Guy Clark. I used to listen to him. I don't know what your northern tongue style.
Get every screw and nut and bolt, washer, and
Don't
nail.
even focus on that. Don't let it consume you.
It's gotta get done. The Mechanical Advantage?
Yeah.
What is this gonna be, your 7-step program? The Mechanical Advantage?
And you talk about my brother again.
That's a... We're gonna see if we can suck. There's 3 wasps, as you can see. They're working on a nest.
I don't like this film. Well, here we go.
Okay, here goes nothing. I hope this works. This is called the 3 Wasp Roundup.
Okay.
And it goes a little something like this.
Did it get them all? I don't know.
It looks like one might not have gotten in there. When you pull the lid up.
We shouldn't have let him out. There's 2 things I don't need out here, and it's staples.
Both of them are staples?
Yeah, so that's the funny part. I've been doing a lot of Polaroids.
No.
Okay.
She has one?
No, I do.
You still have one?
Yes.
Where do you get the film? But you don't seem to have the jar even.
Right, because I'm not at that point, kid. You know how to wire a light?
Yeah.
How about a switch, kid?
I think so.
No, you don't.
Depends on the switch.
No, it does not. Make sure you always ground your wires, kid. Do you want to know what the most valued substance on the planet is? Bismuth. Oh, no, the gasket's gone.
Well, I don't see a gasket.
Oh, but somehow you see your future?
How did you pull more wire nuts out of thin air? So any minute now, it's going to be the jelly jar.
Oh, don't get that presumptuous. Hold on, I really got to do some math here first, kid.
Math?
I hate lights, you know? That's why I got rid of that company I had.
Got rid of it, huh?
Sold it for $3.74 billion.
That seems like you should have some left over.
No, I got addicted to model trains.
Well, that means you must still have some left you can resell.
The trains?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I tried.
And?
Got flagged.
For?
Infringement.
On?
Pacific Railroad.
That's a tough case to beat, those railroad lawyers. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Do we really not have a gasket? Holy this is it.
Can you believe that?
Just turns on.
It's the magic of a jelly jar.
Seems a little crooked.
No, it's good.
God, I love it so much.
So now when Allie gets here, she'll think we did something.
Hey, pups.
Yeah.
Quite it.
Watching all the different flowers and the apples and everything, the different stages of vegetation. I've been more observant about that as the years go on, and even my mom was saying she didn't recognize some of the things we saw, and just goes to show you can spend a lifetime in some place and still be surprised by what you'll discover. After a good hike, we came back and the pups were ready for their Sundays. It's their favorite meal. Sundays for Dogs. It's really high quality dog food made from a short list of human grade ingredients. Sundays contains 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients. With dog food, you're either gonna get something that's really high quality, but that has to be stored in the fridge and maybe requires preparation and all kinds of stuff, or you're gonna get a lower quality kibble with less nutrients. But with Sundays, you get the best of both worlds. You get a food that is really high quality, really nutrient dense, but it requires no prep, no storage, there's no mess. It's very simple to store and serve, and that's because of the air drying process that is able to lock in most of the nutrients. When you see the energy, the endless energy, the fresher breath, every order of Sundays just ships right to your door, so you never even have to think about buying dog food. So right now you can get 50% off your first order of Sundays. Just go to sundaysfordogs.com/trout or use code TROUT at checkout. So thank you to Sundays for sponsoring this video and for continuing to support this channel. And now back to the story. And on one of the good golden days, I picked up some stone for my property from the quarry and spent the evening with my old friend John.
This is a lot smoother.
I like it. It's a lot smoother. But you know what?
No, you can take it.
No, it's okay.
I get to ride it every day. I want you to have it.
I'll look better in this one, right?
We had a good swim and cooked a good meal on the porch.
It smells that way to me. Oh my god. It smells perfect, dude. Like I'm just aromatizing over here. Wow, dude. Wow. Oh, baby.
mat down to stop the knotweed. There's unbelievable amounts of knotweed all through here. And it worked, but yeah, when I go to dig this trench now, this is just gonna rip the whole lawn up, so I don't exactly know what to do. I might just dig the rest of the trench first and then come back.
And when the weather allowed, it was back to work on the shed.
You could say that. My family loves. Wow.
Where's my knife?
Why is there no way for this to attach?
I need a tape measure.
2 of them right on the table, right there.
Catch.
Harvey!
RV Den. Pull me up, kid.
What is it?
You'll understand one day. Pretty much, so it's called the cleaner, but it just etches the pipe so you get better adherence, especially when you're doing underground. It's really the only time I clean pipe. That we can find a hallucinogen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, Kyle. I'm really not here to second guess the government.
You need the pipe bender? Jesus, dude. Look at that.
Come on, push it. There it goes.
Nice.
Well, look at it, dude.
Sweet.
This is how you do underground. It's like adult Legos. Am I in your way?
Yeah.
Why?
That's a good question. Iron? Here,
Iron.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, it's one of those,
It's a bozo.
what's those wiggly sticks from Australia? That should be enough. Trust me, it's not. It's like 2 points right now. It's getting there. It's getting there.
It's soup, kid.
I want to see a lot more.
I put it on the wrong part.
Down further on the foot. Yeah. All right, put her in.
Twist it. Twist it. Okay.
I'm seriously gonna keep the trench. Is there any law against that?
Yeah, dude. You want a spinner?
Yeah.
Normally we make it wet. It's coming from inside. Oh, it's hot.
Oh yeah.
Well, per usual, this is ended up being more work than initially thought. So, taking its time getting done, but that's okay. We had to rip off this old hot tub box here, and well, we got the trench dug and almost all of the pipe laid. Inside the shed, it's pretty much roughed in. And this is gonna be so cool. I mean, this is a huge part of this shed. Ever since we moved in, there was a light. The shed had electrical, but you could see the bare wire coming out of the ground, pretty sketchy. And over the winter, it lost power. So to have reliable power out here that's done right, it's gonna be very nice. Keep all my batteries charged, keep my bikes charged, and be able to run equipment. Super excited. And the unfortunate thing is this week, the weather has not been great. It's nice now, but like tomorrow looks like it's gonna be all rain. And I head away this weekend with an old friend to go somewhere cool. So my goal was to make some pretty significant progress on the shed this week. And I don't know if I'm gonna really be able to because of the weather. And that's just the way it goes. So Pretty nice. Smells great in here. Wow, what a setup. Nice kitchen with the view. Wait a second, there's like a, oh, okay. I was supposed to come up here with two of my really old friends, Steve and Mitch. You know Mitch, you don't know Steve as much, but been very good friends with them for a long time. I booked this cabin and Steve had a volleyball tournament up here. Mitch and I were just gonna accompany him, but turns out Mitch couldn't come, and then Steve couldn't find babysitting for his kids tonight, so instead I'm here alone on the first night. Steve's gonna come up tomorrow, but kind of feels like the old days when I would travel and stay at cabins, so I'm not upset by this at all. This is gonna be nice, and I've been to Lake George since I was a kid. I've never seen this at a place that quite like this anyway. A nice little bar. It's even like on my shoulder. Oh, this is horrible. I've never had hives or heat rash or whatever this is. This feels awful. This is crazy. My face, like my lip is swollen, my eyes are swollen. This is so weird. I had no idea what this could be. I'm gonna take a cold shower, and if it doesn't go away in a little bit here, I'm gonna go home because this is horrible. My lip, it looks like I got punched in the face. At least the shower's nice. Well, I'm heading home. Look at me, look at my eye. What a weird thing. I wonder if it was the Indian food last night, or if it was some kind of detergent in the sheets or something. I've never had this happen in my life. I've gotten hives maybe once or twice, very brief, hard to swallow, kind of. I'm going to get some Benadryl now. This has an opportunity to reset. I not only had the hives, but I had no energy and felt like I had the flu, and I ended up sleeping for 2 days straight. But on the third day, I woke to a text I had been waiting for since January. As Old Blue went in for a complete engine rebuild and was finally ready to come home.
Lately, my videos are just me sleeping.
You guys just love your snoozers.
What happened to her?
Blue had ran hot and leaked oil ever since I got her about 6 years ago. And despite all sorts of various repairs over the years, it wasn't until recently that serious blow-by was discovered, and I gave in to the full rebuild. I haven't been able to drive Blue much within the last year, as she had a big distributor issue last summer and ended up sitting a lot. And I didn't drive her at all last fall, so to have her back, better than ever, felt surreal.
Is it cold?
It's nice. It's not like
I still had the tail end of the hives and the flu symptoms, but I was at least able to get up, get outside, and get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
this one's tiny.
And the parts I needed for my tractor axle seals finally came in, though I couldn't for the life of me get the sleeves to go on. And after trying and failing, I figured I'd enlist the help of a good friend to complete that job, and I moved on to other things in the meantime.
Go from way back, maybe.
Can't wait till I'm not sick and we can just tackle all these projects. We get, yeah.
You've never been here. Come on, Harps.
And we brought Harper for her first ever trip to my off-grid cabin, where the mice in the forest had taken over.
Harper. Lady.
The cabin has never really felt this overgrown. You can't even walk down there right now. And all in front of it too, in places where there's never been any weeds or growth or anything like that. There's trees growing and stuff, and man, it's got me stressed out. And above all else, this is such a dense hemlock forest. It's very wet down here, and not a lot of sunlight gets down, and the inside of the cabin is just very moldy, and we got to come up with some kind of a solution. We just haven't been there this year. I don't want to see the place go to, start to slip away like this. The house needs so much attention and money nonstop, and
The mice got in, ate 3 full bags of sugar, and made nests out of the inside of the sugar bags. Like 3 full bags of maple sugar, coconut sugar.
this is not good. Look at all this. This never used to be here. And right in front there too, it's like it's just getting taken back by the forest.
Here's a good one if you didn't update this yet. Our birch railing inside grew 4 mushrooms on it that I've never seen before. I already took them off. But 4 huge black circular, almost puffball looking mushrooms.
Yeah, any wood surface is just getting
Gonzo.
clobbered.
I have to take all of these home.
Oh, there's one good thing about being overgrown, and we do have some blackberries. But wait a second, they're like mushy and rotting because it's just so wet. I've never seen that before quite. I think I'm just that's what I'm gonna do today. I had other plans for things at the house, but I think I'm gonna come back with my dump truck and get as much trash out of here as I can, and at least clean it up a little bit. That would be very, very nice. It can be overwhelming when a place has so many different things that need to get done, and especially when those tasks aren't particularly exciting, like picking up trash, moving heavy things, or organizing stuff that you aren't sure what to do with. The hardest part for me is choosing where to begin, picking something and finishing it, and not being distracted by some other problem you walk by. While it's important to understand the big picture, I found it helpful to hyper-focus on one little area at a time and completely finish the task in that area, as completion gives you motivation to keep going, and unfinished tasks can leave you feeling deflated. It's a lot easier said than done, but the absolute most important thing is to pick one task and start. Once you've started, you can use your momentum to your advantage. The garden was providing, and there was enough respite from the rain to push forward on projects.
Oh, I could do a lot more work to this than I want to. I want to make it really, really solid. There's so much I could do to this.
The sill's completely rotted on both sides.
The bottom of the board is about 2 inches below here. It's actually resting on what is like the exterior wall. It's happening on this side too. The whole building has settled. This is what I was worried about. Everything's out of whack, everything's out of level. So I got some thinking to do. I'm gonna start by jacking it up. Now, the unfortunate thing is that this last, I guess, rim joist, right? But it's rotted. And it should be replaced. These boards should all be cut off, and this whole front should be replaced. I gotta do it right. There's no other way to do it.
After all that.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Whitey.
Lucy.
They wanted to come see ya.
Hey,
Got
what?
all slow back.
Yeah,
How's she run?
real nice. Got my hair cut, you didn't even notice?
Yeah, I see. What prompted that?
I just wanted a nice change.
Huh?
I just wanted a nice change.
Yeah.
It was really hot too, just laying in bed and it'd be all over the place.
Yeah.
I was just ready to switch it up.
Figure I might take a walk. I might just wander around. Has Allie picked her basil? Because it's getting cold at night. The leaves will turn black, you know. Pesto, she's not a...
She is gonna make pesto, yeah.
She better do it pretty soon.
Really? Early August?
Yeah.
Right, where do you want it?
See these little tiny black marks? Well, glad I found that. That's a good thing to uncover. Been living in here rent-free along with the wasps. This is good in some ways. The good news is now we know how bad it really is. And I love it. It's a good, simple project to get in the zone with.
I gotta cut this outside board off.
I'm not sure where my square wood bit is, but if I had an organized shed. Uh-oh, it goes further than that. I'm gonna have to move my jacks back.
It was so rotted that you can just see where it was resting on the pier there. It just smushed the wood right in.
I got to a good stopping point on the shed, the sun broke out, and I took Blue to the cabin to continue the momentum there. just looks so good. Just a little bit of upkeep. Not even an hour of work.
This was the best day I've had. Sore and ill for longer than that, and I really just got fully over it today. And sometimes you need a drastic event to snap out of a cycle. I found that life has a lot of cycles, and the way I like to live is to embrace the cycles and then do a drastic change. It doesn't need to be drastic. I mean, it can be something as simple as cutting your hair or piercing your nose. That's something I had wanted to do since I was a teenager. My sister and all her dude friends that were kind of more bohemian, they all had piercings. I always thought it was cool. I wanted to try it, and so I did. And now I know what it's like. But my favorite version of myself, the one I feel most at home, most at peace, is with nothing on me. I don't like watches, jewelry, nothing. I like short hair and just completely free and clean. I feel right where I need to be. I feel happy. In the matter of a day, I went from being stressed out about the cabin once again to feeling excited about all the work ahead and not needing to rush and having to check myself and just remember that this time last year, you didn't have a mini excavator, you didn't have a tractor, you didn't have a reliable pickup truck, you didn't have Old Blue, you had just moved into the house, the driveway was junk, there was no running water. So much has happened in a year. And when you're moving so fast, you need a drastic event to stop you and shake you up and say, look, you don't need to be in constant motion. In fact, it's not good for you. I just feel so good and alive and full of energy right now. That's something else that I've found to be very important about life is to embrace these cycles and to not be afraid of them. And also to not be afraid to try things like grow your hair out, get your nose pierced, do that thing you thought about, change your outfits. The only thing stopping you is what other people think. You got to do it for you. Life is about experimenting, testing things, trying things. When things happen that are out of your control, okay, this happened, so what can I do that maybe I've needed but I've been suppressing? For me, it was simply rest. 2 days in bed felt amazing where I didn't have to think about anything. But when you get into a funk, when you get into a roll, it's so hard to break out of it. And you make excuses and you numb yourself in different ways so you don't have to think about it. So breaking things up, drastic changes, not being afraid of them, not getting upset by them, but being excited by them. That's what honestly changes my life. That's what breaks up cycles and keeps things moving. And I don't go looking for them necessarily. I just love the game of life and the way it plays out. And it's not always great. You know, this is a peak moment and I'm documenting it. I have plenty of lows that I don't ever document. You know, it's not always like this. I go for months where I don't feel like this. That's okay. That's part of the journey. It's actually really cool. This time last year, I was packing up. Actually, I was already there. I was heading to the ocean with Mason to work on his family's cottage. We had just got the house and there was tons to do, but you know, I was going there to work with him and learn. And I swear to God, that was a UFO. There's some kind of crazy, because the moon is up above me and there's a huge light that's changing colors and not moving. Very big. It looked bigger than a star. Whatever. But I couldn't say no to this opportunity, and that was the start of another cycle too. And that was a life-changing thing and a life-changing experience. I learned, okay, this is actually a UFO. I've seen stuff like this in these fields before when I was younger. I'm so glad I did it. And now it's a year later, around the same time of year. I have that knowledge and experience, and I'm home, and I get to do a very similar thing on a much smaller scale at my own property and renovate this old shed. It's almost all the same stuff that it needs. And it's so fun to take the same principles that I learned on that job and apply them here and have full confidence. It's just so cool. I still have so much to learn, but I feel more confident with every little project I take on, and it's just such a fun journey. I'm very grateful to be in this position. Fall is coming, Old Blue's back, she's running great. I'm gonna be cranking out videos, and I just have to keep remembering to recharge along the way. And that's one of my favorite parts. I love the hiatus. But above all, I just have to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart, truly. Thank you so much for tuning in, for supporting on Patreon, for buying my coffee and my merchandise, for sitting through my ads. It's how I'm able to make these videos. And just thank you for tuning in. Seriously, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of you. And I haven't done a heart-to-heart like this in a long time. I used to do it a lot back in 2020 when I first really started making videos full time. This is pretty nice out here with just the crickets. This is real nice, actually. I'm starving. It's probably getting close to 9 o'clock, and gotta go back and make a meal. Allie's away right now, so it's just me, Harper, and Mal. New chapter. I feel good. I'm excited for this because I haven't said this in person in a long time, but we'll talk soon.
Harper, what do we do through the long grass? We gotta get